Hi, welcome to class. We're the only two right now, but the other ones will show up eventually, right? I hate my life. I hate my life.
And Professor Sunreis Productions!
Hello class, Professor Sunreis here. In today's class we're going to take a look at a Swordsoul Virtual World with his Tenyi Swordsoul replay analysis. I did play earlier today. I grinded the whole day. I think I played like 5 hours live on stream. On DB ladder just to get a good rating early on so I don't fall behind too far because I can't really play that much in the following days. So without further ado, don't forget to like and subscribe, especially because I'm going to do a giveaway at 100 subscribers, so don't miss out on that, and let's get right into the replay. So here we are in the replay. We are playing against Lilder 1 with a 341 rating and I'm at 305 rating. Remember guys, this is very early on in the ban list, so this is actually like the highest rated people they are, so I guess you could say there's like a very good player. I think he won the rock. Yeah, he won the rock paper scissors. 40 with his 40. Also, by the way, I switched to the black rose dragon sleeves. So let's take a look at the opening hands. Itele Qinglong called by Itele Kowloon. Atrocious. We're playing against Tenyi Swordsoul, by the way, with Edhara, Vishuddha, Longjuan, Circle, and Ashuna. Actually, also not that good. Yeah, we had a little lag here in the beginning. Ashuna link into Monk, summon Vishuddha, Longjuan effect, pitch the Adhara, go into Token. I'm not exactly sure why I did it like that. He probably wanted to get the Vishuddha out. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. Of course, he wants to get the Vishuddha out. First of all, he wants to get Ashuna into Grave. Then he wants to get Vishuddha out to get an Adhara out of the Ashuna to go into a Grandmaster afterwards. And then, of course, the Longjuan to play around Nib. But then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He actually played into a Nib doing it. So, anyways, Longjuan is gonna trigger. We gonna take 1.2k burn. Ashuna's gonna effect activate, summon Adhara out of the deck. They are burn locked now, but it doesn't really matter. They have the Baroness out anyways. Baron, not Baroness. Grandmaster, Search, Blackout. At this point, really okay. They're gonna pass on that. Nope. Add back Ashina for the from Adhara, and then they are going to use the Circle. Tribute the Monk. They haven't actually normaled yet, so they can just normal Moyi, reveal the Ashuna, I don't know, summon that, go into Dragite. At this point, I remind them that it's not actually possible. They can go for the Draco Berserker though, so that's not really a problem. Draw another Ashuna and pass. We draw an Ash. We are literally not able to play here, so we just pass. We could, in theory, draw something off the Charge Barrier, but that would always get eaten by a Grandmaster. So let's just not show them the deck. We still have the surprise on our side. We decide to go first. Opening hand is Emergence, Impermanence, Lulu, Nib, Qinglong, and the opponent is on Longjuan, Moyi, Ashna, Emergence, and holy shit, and Vessels. That's like an insane gas hand. Our hand is not bad either. Problem is, it does die to one Ash. But the opponent doesn't have one. We try to bait an Ash here with an Emergence. As of course the Baxia could be nice, but we are not on the Blackout, so we cannot get value of that, as we just don't need that. And if we get Ash, we just get Ashed. It is what it is. Most of the time the opponent would Ash that. Here the opponent is asking what Abomination we are playing. Fun fact, they're gonna get very mad at the end of this replay, as they realize the deck is actually not bad, and he's just shit-talking like a maniac. Anyways, Lulu will resolve, sending a Chucha and adding a GG, this giving us a Worm for the Moyi, so we can normal it, reveal the GG, and get the token off. Not plugging myself here. Opponent is asking why this is better than the regular version. It is not, because the opponent is mistaking this for a Swordsoul variant. Here we are, blah blah blah. He's shit-talking the deck. I'm telling him I'm gonna top the German nationals with it, so we will get to that. Here I decide to Chucha on the Lulu to play around a Nib, but I already still had one summon left, so I could have just get the GG on the Lulu. This is a big misplay, by the way. Don't get punished for it because I draw something good here, but you always want to get the GG out here, so you actually have a monster on the field to use the Virtual Worlds on. Yeah, so we did screw up here a little. Mohi draw because of course the thing is level 6, the Lulu, because of the Chucha Mohi draw will give us a Qinglong here. We are not completely gone though, because we can activate GG on the Nian. And then we can use Baron on the Qinglong, pop it, Qinglong effect, adding us a Lao Lao. Pitching the Qinglong, and then we use Lao Lao effect here on the GG, so we can still play, luckily. Sending the third Qinglong, doesn't really matter here, could also be a Kowloon. Lulu summoning, Lao Lao summoning back the Lulu, because it's level 3, we can get to summon Nian here. We do have a shit ton of tuners and not many non-tuners here, but that's not a problem, because we are God Gamers. Nian and GG go to Charge Warrior. The main game plan here is to go probably for just a Shenshen at this point, because we have everything. Nian will shuffle back the Chucha, and Charge Warrior will draw a Lily, and that is an insane draw, because now we can go into, with those two, Charge Warrior and Lao Lao, we can go into a Crystal Wing. Oh wait, we also have the token left, so of course we're gonna use that, because with that we can go into, I completely missed that, holy shit. With that we can of course go into the Synchro 10, which we couldn't have done before, or we could, but nothing else with that. And we can go the Shenshen. We did skip the Crystal Wing, but we do have the Imperm, we do have this, which trades favorably like a Crystal Wing, because getting rid of 1/2 of the normal summon of a Swordsoul is basically good enough, especially if you do it multiple times. So endboard is Baron, Shenshen, Longjuan, Imperm, Nib, and GG Edback, giving us a Lulu with Qinglong Engrave and a Chucha. We have everything we want for next turn. Opponent draws an Ecclesia, so they have basically 6 gas hands, 6 gas cards. So these are basically like the best cards of the deck, pretty much. The emergence is a little off; it doesn't really do a lot, but it should be enough. You should think this is like an insane hand. Like it's pure gas. It's not hand traps, but it's like everything you want. So Moye reveal Moye. We are thinking here. We are gonna let this resolve, and then we are gonna hit the token, just because this does take them off of playing with Tenyis for now, just because they don't have a way to get rid of the Mohi yet. And if the main way of extending here is a Long John, and we still have an out for the Long John, and this also does play them into more Nip summons, therefore we can use Nip early, and we still have an Imperm for the second push of a normal summon slash the Tai summon. So we still have the Swordsoul package covered up. We negate that with the Long John. The opponent is gonna Emergence, getting the Tai. Normal summon Tai, we will Imperm this. Opponent is gonna cry, have it all. If I get top, I'll change my opinion. Until then, no. And look at him, he is so mad. Opponent is gonna link into it Shaman, effect Shaman, dump the Mohi, summon Ashina, banish Ashina, summon it off of course for the Monk, giving them a non-effect monster, making the vessels alive. So last push, we do go for the 1.2k burn here, because there's nothing else the opponent is gonna do. And at this point, the opponent is wishing he was playing a card, probably a Shitana, because then he could do some funky plays at breaking the board. But at this point, we still had the Nib, so like there's nothing the opponent do. And even if you break the whole board, you don't really do anything here. The opponent did shuffle the Shenshen back, so that's a little less follow-up for us. Runs with Monk into Baron, and then uses the Tenyi, the Shaman effect, to pop the Baron, and that's basically it. They are going to Ashina here, but it's not going to do anything worthwhile, just giving them a Shitter. But we have everything here, and the opponent knows we have a Lulu in hand, and we have a Qinglong Engrave, so we have everything you can ask for. So that goes into game 3. We are forced to go second. Of course, we sided in Nibs and Evenlies. Opponent is on Ashina, Arara, Kolpai, Emergence, and Adara, and we are on Nian, part of Desire's Nib, Lulu, Imper. You know why my opponent will be mad? We can find this out. Ashina, go into Monk. Adara, go summon itself out. Ashina, go into a Vishada, and at this point, I'm like, this Nib is gonna hit hard, and it's gonna hit good. Grandmaster with the 2 Tenyis. This is like a standard line. You go for a few times here and there. Grandmaster will be adding probably a Moyi. Yes, they still have a Kolpai. They feel pretty safe here right now. Moyi effect, show Adhara, summon token, and at this point the opponent wants to go big and get that one extra draw off, so they go for a Long John, summoning a token, and at this point we hit him with a nib, and the opponent is flipping tables, is completely mad. Look at him. Well, that's awkward. Not really. Like I said, the opponent is really mad. Don't be like them. Oh my god, if you get hit by a deck you don't know it's really good. First of all, maybe it is good, you just didn't think about it. Just because the perception of a deck being bad is that, doesn't mean it's really that bad. Just test it out. Listen to the theory behind the deck and you'll notice that the deck is actually not that bad. And with not that bad, I mean actually pretty good. So, anyways, the opponent is gonna Adhara here, get the Ashina back. And set called by and calling pass. We didn't even used to use the Imperm. Draw for turn is a Liddy, which is insane. I don't know why I did go for Desires here first. I did fear some sort of spot removal here, which probably is nothing. There is probably nothing on spot removal here to fear anyway, so I probably shouldn't have Desires, because actually I did banish 2 Qinglong and I sided out 1. Hope that crippled you. Well, it did. I said no, and it didn't. Well, it actually did. Well, not that much. We could have still definitely had played. By the way, draw Lulu and Lily, so basically it did nothing for us. Deck too good. Normal Lily. The opponent doesn't agree, but we don't really care because we are going to resolve Lulu here. Dip won the game. The opponent is really mad, and we're going to call it a day. So, what would we have done actually here? So first of all, we shouldn't have gone for the Pot of Desires first. Thought process was, of course, I wanted to dodge spot removal and maybe get into the Swordsoul engine first, or maybe get into the Virtual World engine with a non-normal summon. But we definitely shouldn't have done that. We should have just normal Nian, Lulu on that, so we get the Kowloon and the Chucha, then Lily on that, get a Qinglong into the grave, and then we have everything we need, and we basically win. Definitely, especially if you can see the top decks. The opponent wouldn't have had anything. So, I hope this quick video showcased you guys how my current iteration of Swordsoul Virtual World is performing. Of course, it's just one game. You shouldn't take this for granted. But in my opinion, this is like the go-to list for now because it just uses Desires the best. And Desires at 2 is actually really huge for Virtual World. It's a huge consistency increase. And then you just have the Swordsoul to just increase the ceiling that much more because it gives you double Synchro 10 access and gives you that extra draw to see the side deck cards. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this class. You guys are dismissed. Leave a like and subscription down below. At 100 subscribers, like I said many times, I'm going to do a giveaway, so definitely don't miss that out. So, Professor Sunreis out. Peace.